If you're dealing with the stress of a foreclosure, trust me, I know how frustrating it can be. But don't worry, today I'm going to share with you 4 actionable steps you can take today to help avoid foreclosure and sell your house quickly. And make sure you stick around to the very end of the video because I'm going to be sharing with you what not to do if you are facing a foreclosure as well. Hey, if you're new to the channel, my name is Quiroz. I do videos every single week on how to sell your house fast and for cash without any hassle here in Tucson, Arizona. If that's the information you want, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video every single week. So first and foremost, what exactly is a foreclosure? A foreclosure is the legal process of the bank taking back their property after a borrower has failed to make payments over a long period of time. Typically what will happen in this case is before the bank ever even takes the property, they'll notify you multiple times that they're gonna be foreclosing on you. And at the very end, once they do end up taking the property, then that property goes to auction and that property is sold to public here in Pima County for Tucson, and people are able to go and bid on the property. There's 3 main things that happen before the bank ever goes to auction. The first thing that happens is the bank will notify you as the borrower, if you're in the situation, to make sure and help you come up with this current payment and get back on track and helping you pay your mortgage. I want you to remember one thing, is the bank doesn't want to foreclose on your property. The bank is willing to do a lot to help you to get back on track, to help you pay your house and get up to payments, because the worst thing the bank wants to do is go through all the legal process and go through all the hassle trying to take your house back, put it back on the market, or put it up for auction, to put it up for sale and get the money back. The bank wants to avoid doing this, so they're willing to help you as a borrower get back on track to help you pay your house. Remember, the last thing the lender will do is record what's called a notice of trustee sale, and to give you 90 days to come up to payments, so get all the payments up to date, or sell your house before the lender forecloses on your property and puts it up for sale at the auction. Now, here are some things you can do to even avoid that. The first thing is you can call your lender. You want to find out when is the auction, when is it being held, and they'll tell you when it's being held. They'll tell you what date it's being held, they'll tell you where it's being held. So none of that information is held from you. Everything is publicly disclosed to you as a borrower. The second thing you want to do is how much do you owe on the house? Like, how behind are you in payment? What do those payments look like? The bank will tell you all the late fees you have, how much you owe on the property, and how behind you are on payments. This is super important because when you do decide to sell a house, you want to get accurate information to see you won't have to do a short sale or come to the table if you're selling it with extra money to sell the property. So we want to make sure how much you owe, how behind are you in payments, and what late fees have you incurred during this foreclosure process. Once you find out all this information, the next thing you can do is you can actually ask the lender for an extension. In my scenario, when I've helped clients in foreclosure, I've been able to help the client call the bank and file for an extension or ask for an extension. The more time you have, the better it is for you, because the more stronger you'll be able to negotiate with potential buyers. And it's as simple as calling a lender, saying that you're going to be actively putting your house up for sale with the realtor at this date, and you sell it for this time, and if you can ask for an extension. Most of the time, whether it be it's a private money lender, so when you borrow money from a private person or a large corporation like a bank, they'll grant you that extension as well. Second thing you can do is when you call a lender, if you are able to show them a copy of an accepted offer that you have for your house, so someone wants to buy your house for a certain price at a certain date, most likely or not, the lender will grant you that extension. I want you to remember, again, the lender does not want to foreclose on your property. They want to do everything possible to avoid doing this because they do not want to have to take the house back, because that incurs a lot of legal fees on their end. Plus, they're going to take the property back, put it up for auction, and put it up for sale, and that's going to cost them money again. They want to avoid doing that, so they will help you sell your property. In the beginning of this video is contact your attorney, whether it be your attorney you're working with. The reason why I say attorney is you might be in a position where you inherited a property and this house has been paid and the person who left you the property wasn't making any payments. You can contact the attorney you're working with while you're filing the probate, and he or she can help you call the lender to file and ask for an extension, or whatever realtor you're working with. Just help them guide you through the situation where they can help you get that extension so you don't lose your house. So once you have all those in place, from the call lender is a first part in this whole process, because you want to get all the information. Like, you want everything disclosed, where you're currently at in the process, how much you owe, how many payments you have missed, what are your late fees, if you can get an extension, all those things. The next thing is you want to contact your real estate agent locally, like someone like me. Why is it so important that you're even calling a realtor. They're not the bank on this. Why would I call a realtor? What are they going to do to help me out? Super important because they will help you determine the value of your house and what you can get for it. Remember again, the bank wants to help you sell it. Like, they don't want to foreclose on it. They would much rather have you sell it than taking it back. If the bank were to foreclose on your property, it does not look good on you and your credit. And getting a foreclosure on your credit report or your credit will suffer dramatically. It'll cause you not to be able to buy a house for another 7 years, plus other financial burdens and stress that comes along with getting foreclosed on. So the realtor will go over there and they'll determine how much the house is truly worth. So if you owe all in, let's just say $120,000 and the house is worth $200K, guys, you have roughly $80,000 of equity. That's yours that you can sell, and you can tap into that profit to start fresh and make some money in this situation and not have a foreclosure on your record, and at least walk away with something rather than going to the auction, getting your house taken away, and not walking away with anything plus huge record on your credit score and you financially. Like, it's much more better. I promise you, if you're in this scenario, if you take these actionable steps and sell your property before you get foreclosed on, and if you're able to make some money, awesome. Take it, save again, and in the future, hopefully you can buy a house again. If you're getting any value out of this video throughout the whole video already, go ahead and hit that like button. Also comment what you've learned so far. Also comment what you'd like to see in future videos as well for me. Step number 3 is you should consider a cash buyer or an investor like myself. Reason why is, let's just say your foreclosure is happening in 3 weeks. In this instance, remember, your typical, if you put up your house for sale, it will take anywhere from 30 to 60 days. So if you go to put up your house for sale now, you realistically won't have any time. And although the lender doesn't want to foreclose you, sometimes they won't give you that extension. So what can you do if you're in this scenario? Like, Andres, you're saying I can't sell my house at all? No, you still can. It's just you'll get a little bit less for your property. However, you'll still be able to sell it fast for cash quickly. What you can do is you can contact an investor, and he or she, like myself, will go out to the property and give you an offer. If I sell my house for cash, I'll make $30K. If I can get the extension, let's go ahead and put it for sale with a realtor and make $80,000. But remember, you want to put it for sale with a realtor if you have the time and you're able to get the extension and you're going to negotiate over more than 60 days, because your foreclosure is in like 70 days. That's very important when you decide whether you want to go with a cash offer or putting up for sale with a realtor. When you decide to entertain a cash offer, is obviously cash. You can have the money in your hand in 3 to 10 days. It's as is, meaning you as the homeowner won't have to make any repairs. The buyer won't have to do any inspections, and also there's no commissions involved. And last but not least, the buyer will be paying for all of your closing costs. So although it's not the most money you're making, it's the most simplest process in your scenario if the foreclosure is like in 2 weeks and you can make money and avoid the foreclosure. Step 4, whether you want to go with a cash buyer or you want to go with a realtor and put the house up for sale, the last thing you want to do is you want to use an escrow company. This is super important because what will happen is the escrow company will go ahead and contact your lender and ask for the paperwork so that you can pay off the lien or the loan before you sell your house, because you want to make sure that you're paying off everything, all the late fees, anything that's involved with the house. So when you do get the offer from a buyer, all that is paid and the excess money is left for you. What you don't want to happen is you sell your house and you didn't want to go with the escrow company and they failed to pay off a lien before giving you the money, which will mean you have to go back, you have to pay off that lien. It's a whole mess. So step 4 is you want to go with a local escrow company in your area, and the escrow officer will make sure you get all the proper documents in place, all your lender docs, all the contracts for the person buying your house, anything that you may need for your house to sell it. The escrow officer will help you get all those documents in place and make sure you close on time and make sure that the foreclosure does not happen and the bank gets their money before the auction date. So once you do all this stuff, I want to remind you guys again, is you either want to go with a realtor, and that process involves decluttering, that process may involve doing some repairs, that process will involve putting some photos, signs, open houses, which that process can take a long time. However, you do make more money. I'm not saying it's bad, you'll make more money, it just does take more time. But if you're able to get on top of this early, right away, as soon as the notice of trustee sale is recorded, you'll be able to sell a house, especially in the Tucson area. Houses do sell, and if you're able to do that within a timely manner, whenever the notice of trustee is recorded, which is like 90 days until the auction is due, you'll have some time and hopefully be able to sell it. However, if you go with a cash offer route, like I said again, it's as is, no commissions, no repairs, cash within 3 to 10 days. That'll help you out a lot as well. So you have two options, and the option you'll choose will depend on the scenario and when the auction date is. Remember, the things not to do, which is a bonus tip if you're still watching, are these as follows. Don't ignore the communication with your lender. If he or she is, if the lender is giving you a call, answer the phone. I know it's not the best phone call to take. I know it can be stressful what you're going through. However, if you're able to communicate consistently with the lender that is calling you and letting them know what you're doing and the process you're doing to help avoid the foreclosure, this will help you if you do decide to ask for the extension. The last thing you do not want to do if you are facing foreclosure is you do not want to wait and you do not want to procrastinate. Time and time again, I've seen people who were able to sell and make a profit that are facing foreclosures not sell because they decided to procrastinate and not go with any offer at all because they thought they had time. In this instance, the bank is letting you know when they're going to take it, when they're going to go to the auction date. They're giving you a specific time. And if you can't get the extension and you're not actively willing to entertain offers, call in lenders, show them you have an accepted offer, they're going to take the property back. So do not think you have time in this scenario. Most of the time, like, stay on it, contact your realtor, contact your lender, call investors, see which route you want to go with. And at any point, if you're able to sell and you're able to make a profit, whether it be 5K, 10K, 20K, 30K, at least you're making some money in this scenario. And you're going to walk away without having a foreclosure on your record, and you're able to make some money. And hopefully 2 to 3 years from now, you're able to start fresh and you can contact your realtor in the future to buy a house again. So today we covered 4 actionable steps you can take to help avoid a foreclosure. Now, if you're in the Tucson area or Pima County area and you're facing a foreclosure and you want to get a cash offer, call me, email me. Remember, you are not in this alone. People are here to help you face a foreclosure. We are here to help you. I'm here to help you. And if you want to get a cash offer quickly, you want to see what your options are, go ahead and click on the website, go ahead and put information. And if you got value out of this video, go ahead and give me a comment to see what you found valuable and what do you want to see next in future videos. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.